it's acting like it's going to work, maybe.
Dallas, what the fuck is going on, dude?
Nothing much. Same old shit. Just playing some metal.
Well,
Old school, man.
you are live right now on the Zach Moonshine show, man. Fucking, sorry about the whole fucking mix-up, man. I don't know what the fuck happened, dude. Fucking...
Yeah, no worries, man. Whatever, and, you know. No big deal.
It's all good, dude. So we just got done blasting your new track, Victims of the Algorithm, dude. You guys are fucking killing it, man. What the fuck is going on, dude?
Oh, nothing much, man. Just kind of going for it, you know what I mean? Just sort of, just going for the gut kind of thing. And seeing where it takes us. I'm really excited about the next single that will be released and the album coming out next year.
Yeah, dude. Fucking Morality and the Wasp was badass too, but this track just steps it up a whole nother notch, man.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a wonderful sort of organic sort of culmination of things that was going on with it. Yep. Yeah, we're happy with the track and how it came out.
Well, I'm pretty excited about it, man. I got to be honest with you. And I've seen you live before, dude. I've been to one of your shows with Nile back in the day. I think it was the Annihilation of the Wicked tour.
Right on.
And it was in a small dive fucking club, and I was right up front, dude, standing right in front of your fucking amps, dude. That shit was fucking loud as fuck, man. Like, that was one of the things that I remembered often. A lot of times when people ask me what's one of the loudest shows you've ever been to, and that's what I think of, I'm like, those fucking guys were fucking loud, dude. But
Louder than Led Zeppelin.
Definitely love to crank them fucking Marshalls. Yep.
Hell yeah, you do. I know you do. Man.
All about. Yeah, we lit those things up, man. Yep.
Well,
we wanted to be the loudest, fastest band ever.
Well, with Narcotic Wasteland, I can definitely, I can hear that it's you. You know, you've got a unique sound about you, but this is more like, to me, in my opinion, more of like in thrash metal fucking realm. If I don't know, is that what you were going for, or
maybe not intentionally, but you know, one of the things that I've loved about the bands I've been involved with in the past 30 years is that there's a lot of different sounds and styles that can go with a band. It's you don't always have to play. It's fun when you play fast and heavy and crazy shit going everywhere. That's always fun, but it's also always fun and challenging to sort of peel the layers back and play something a little bit more simple, but at the same time cerebral. So it's fun to do all of that. And the musical journey for me has always been about just really finding those emotional moments in music that really move people,
Hell yeah. Well, can you give us a brief rundown of like your history in music? Like how did you get started and what exactly? Like, take us all the way back to the beginning, man. Like, what got you into fucking playing guitar, dude?
Well, I started out actually as a drummer, probably from the time I was maybe 8 years old up to where I was like 13 or 14. And I came from kind of a musical family, so there were guitars around and stuff. And I knew a few things, but I didn't really take it seriously. And then I guess when I really started picking up guitar was probably around I was like 13 or 14. I had discovered this band called Metal Church.
Hell yeah.
And I just really loved the way the guitars sounded. But I had also been very heavily into anything from Black Sabbath to ZZ Top to Rush to any of that stuff too. So I was just kind of, as soon as things started getting a little creepier and heavier on the electric guitar, I kind of, made my my brain kind of spark and say, yes, that's really cool. I really want to be able to do that.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, dude, I play guitar too, man. And I got to tell you, fucking long time ago, I don't know how many years, like fucking 20 years ago or something, you were on fucking Guitar World doing some video on there. You guys were breaking down some fucking riffs and shit. And I was sitting there trying to learn the shit, watching you guys play. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? This is a whole nother fucking world, dude. Do you remember that?
Yeah, there was a couple of things that I think we maybe have done Black Seeds of Vengeance or something like that, but
yeah.
Oh my God, I'll be honest with you. If I could do all that shit over, I could do it over 10 times better right now. But it's just like, when you're coming up as a guitarist, you don't ever expect that you're going to be doing anything with Guitar World magazine. You're going to be lucky, if you maybe score a little action down at the pub, you know what I mean? So
right.
I didn't know how to handle all that. And anyways, it was really cool. And we did a couple of things like that. But yeah, I was just like, what the fuck?
Fuck yeah. Well, Narcotic Wasteland, dude. Like, how did this band come about? And what's the story behind this?
It just kind of started with some of my hometown friends, and I had some ideas that was going on that it was a little bit different. It was a little more like thrash punk. Tonight we were listening to a little bit of some thrashy punky stuff. But anyways, that's kind of where it was. While I enjoy very much, all styles of metal and blues and rock and all that stuff, but the blend that this had a little bit more of that like kind of thrashy punky thing going on. So I just kept going with it and kept writing songs, and that's what ended up happening. Basically just kept writing songs for this sort of idea or concept, and it just kept maturing into what it is now.
Fuck yeah.
Which is really just a band name at this point, because I don't know, there's just a lot of things about addiction, but it's also moved on to anti-religious views and also true crime, a lot of true crime stuff going on. So I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, like, the band name itself, Narcotic Wasteland, like, how did you come up with that? Like, what's the... It definitely gives me true crime vibes, I guess. Like, it makes me think about, I don't know. Tell us, man, what's the story behind it?
Well, it was supposed to initially be something that reflected, like, the part of reality that people want to not look at, And we wanted to take some of those, sort of aspects and put them right in people's faces. And that was kind of the original sort of, philosophy behind it. But then, of course, as things grow and you write more stuff, it just becomes into, something much more than what it began. And I'm really happy with what's going on with the latest singles we've released, and the new single we're going to release, and the new album we're going to release next year.
Yeah, man, I can't wait to fucking hear it, dude. That single, Victims of the Algorithm, too, man. Like, you're talking about reality and stuff. Like, that's definitely hitting a fucking nail on the head for sure, man. Because that's what's going on a lot right now. Which is social media and everything like that.
Yeah, and I believe that, within a certain reason, that stuff can be kind of cool, but what at what point do we have to look at ourselves and say, this is unhealthy? We need to disconnect from this and just go rip some metal, play some guitars, have a couple of beers, and hail Satan or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, just disconnect from it for a minute and get some perspective. Because, you know, the algorithm has become a major time suck on our actual lives. And, we need to spend some time just breathing during the day.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely, man. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I work from home and like big part of what I do is fucking fighting with the algorithm constantly. But it feels so fucking good when we do unplug and we go to a show and go see some bands and, like you said, drink some beers, hail Satan, and just bang our fucking heads and fucking have a good time, man, and meet with people face to face and get back to that real, that real connection. There's nothing can beat that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and everybody is going to need it at some point. They're going to need that kind of level of therapy because it's that neurologically typical trap that everybody's falling into. You know what I mean? It's like, so the latest social media platform, the numbers are down on that particular. So what they do is they invent a new one, and everybody goes to that one. I mean, we've seen the patterns.
Yeah, yeah. I remember MySpace, dude. Like, I thought that was cool, man. And then fucking Facebook came out, and it was like, what the fuck is this, man? There's no music player. We can't customize our pages no more. It's just we just get on here and fucking argue with each other about bullshit.
That makes no sense.
Well, I will have to say that I've got some pretty cool people on there, but
yeah, definitely.
I mean, they sent me a friend request, and you check out their page or whatever, and I see a lot of stuff. I see. I'm friends with a lot of dudes that like rebuilding cars and shit like that, but also a lot of guitar shreddery going on. I'm kind of a gearhead in that way, so it's usually true crime, rebuilding a car from 80 years ago and driving it 800 miles, or guitar. And I'm usually pretty satisfied with that.
Fuck yeah. Man, speaking of true crime, we just watched this show the other day. I think it was on Netflix, about this fucking this dude that was fucking prank calling all these fast food places and getting folks to fucking he was prank calling, acting like a police officer, and he was getting the fucking managers at the fast food restaurant to arrest a worker in the building, and then fucking like strip searching them, raping them, everything, like all this horrible shit. It was crazy. Have you seen that shit?
No, send me the link when we're done here.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts, man. But like, it's kind of funny, like on one hand, because I'm like, God, how can people be that stupid? Like, like somebody just calls you on the phone, says, that they're with the police and you got to do this and that. I'd be like, fuck you, man. Like, come down here and show yourself. You do it, like. But like, yeah, apparently it was a huge thing, man. Yeah, I'll send you a link, man.
Yeah, for sure.
What's
no doubt.
What's some of your favorite true crime stories?
Oh man, I actually we went on a major binge this past few weeks, and there's too many to tell. Oh, you're talking about the Fred and Rose? Oh my God, yeah, that's really rough. Yeah, their last name was what? Wade?
Rose.
It was Fred and Rose, yeah. Either way, they had. It was in somewhere in England, and they had
25 Cromwell Street.
Oh yeah, Cromwell. It's actually Cromwell Street. That was the name of it. But anyways, the
shit was nuts.
They were like, I don't know. It was really rough, man. You have to check it out. It was like, all kinds of weird
Fred and Rose.
sex stuff
That's all
and
they said,
killing
right?
people and burying them, and it was very strange. It was kind of incestuous in a way. It was a very strange
It was
thing.
sick as fuck.
So
In a
I
bad
actually
way.
last month managed to burn myself out on true crime, especially after a show like that. I was like, why the fuck do I even watch this shit? This is fucked up.
Right?
Yeah. I think what always fascinates me about it is why and how people are so capable of such, I don't know, just horrible acts. And I'm telling you, I'm a hothead myself. I can get mad and I can throw and just destroy some inanimate shit, but I have no desire to ever hurt a soul. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I can be a dick, but not like that. It just always fascinates me why people are driven to that absolute point to where they would actually not only take somebody's lives, but do other unspeakable acts to them, alive or dead. And it's like a thing, so I don't know. I guess that was the thing, but after you watch so much true crime, after a while you're just like, all right, this is fucking depressing. It's time to go, I don't know, let's go play some video games and have a pizza and maybe a couple of beers or something.
Right. Yeah, I think a lot of it boils down to like oppression, like just people just they're so fucking oppressed and they don't get out their feelings and stuff in a way like not like a lot of us metalheads like we do, like we go to shows or we fucking crank up our favorite album or whatever we do and we get our aggressions out in that way, or play a guitar or whatnot, and just some of these people just don't have any outlet, or, maybe they just don't know how to get it out, and they end up doing horrible things like that. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, it's always been a mystery, but that's probably why there's so much interest and investigation into it, because there are a lot of us that would be like, why would anybody do that? So that's why there's so much interest in it.
Hell yeah.
Because I may not be like the paragon of mental health myself, but I've never had body parts in my refrigerator either. You know what I mean?
Right. There's no way that's gonna end good, man.
Yeah, so I might be a little on the loony side, but I've never done anything like that. And if I did, I guarantee you I'd get caught.
You say you're a gearhead, man. Can you tell us like what's some of your favorite equipment that you're using to get these fucking tones, dude?
Oh, well, in that way, okay, yeah, in that kind of gear style. No, I was actually talking more about vehicles and cars and stuff. But yeah, as far as the rig for recording, I have a really special Marshall JCM 900 actually that it just I don't know, it's just different from the others, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
And I've used it for a lot of recording in my home studio, and it's always the go-to amp. It's like I've tested it against a lot of other amps, but as soon as anybody hears anybody strike a chord on that thing, they're just like, "Oh my God, listen to that damn thing! What the hell is that?" And so there's that one, but I have a few other amps that I like to use in pre-production as well. And but yeah, that's probably my go-to is the Marshall 900 for pretty much everything that I've been doing since the second Narcotic album, Delirium Tremens. Actually, that same guitar head I used on a couple of the leads that I did on the Nile album, What Should Not Be Unearthed. It's a really good sounding Marshall head, man. I really love that one.
I think that's something that a lot of people don't realize. Is like every single amp does sound different, even if it's the same model, make, everything. Like if you go and plug into to two of the same amps at a store, at a Guitar Center or something, they're gonna sound different slightly, like each one has its own character or something.
Yeah, then that's definitely true with with tube amps. Things are going to be a little bit different.
Yeah, it's just, I guess it's the way that they wired or something. I don't know.
A lot of it has to depend on the bias on the tubes. I mean, that's probably where it's at. So it's kind of like when you buy a guitar, it doesn't matter if it's a higher end guitar. If you know somebody who knows what they're doing and knows how to work on them, you should probably drop it off at the shop and let them check it out real quick, because maybe the voltages are off on that Marshall, or maybe you've got a slight back bow on your guitar neck or whatever. So it's always good to have a couple of friends that you can consult for that.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Fucking, I've got a fucking Dean Flying V that I got on Craigslist from some dude for like $100. And it's just, it's made in China fucking model. Like, it's the cheap, low end fucking guitar. But I saw it on there, it was cheap, and I was like, what the fuck? Fuck it. I'll go fucking give this, check it out. And as soon as I played it, as soon as I fucking hit a note on it, it just sounded perfect. And the neck felt great, and everything I did on it just sounded right. And I'm like, fuck, man. Like, this isn't, fuck, dude, take my money, man. Here you go. But it tripped me out because I have some more, like way more expensive guitars that don't sound anything like that. And it just trips me out, like how I don't know, like you never know what you're gonna get. I guess you got to play it and got to listen to it and feel it before you even know.
Yeah, there is a lot of that where just walk into a place and you don't care what it is, you just pick it up and just be like, oh, this is nice. But yeah, what's kind of cool about, those kind of guitars as well is that there's all kinds of cool upgrades you can do. Mm-hmm. So imagine you get like a V-shaped guitar and it's got a standard bridge and 24 frets, and so basically, but it's got like, like a standard Gibson style bridge on it or something, which honestly, me personally, since I don't really use a Floyd Rose, even though I like the feel of it, I'm actually going to not really buy any more guitars that have a Floyd Rose because I don't use it. So basically, a standard Gibson style bridge and locking tuners and just be done. More durability in the strings too.
Is that what you're playing now?
Yeah, pretty much. I have a couple of, I've been kind of getting into the Jackson thing a little bit this past couple of years, and I really like a lot of their stuff. I love the neck profiles and everything. But honestly, I've got a couple of guitars in my arsenal that do not have a Floyd Rose, and it's just got a standard bridge, and I'm just like, it's just so much better. It feels right, and once the strings stretch out, it stays in tune nice, and upgrade with a locking tuners. It's like, it's just perfect, simple. Stays in tune nice.
What about the pickups?
I've actually been really crazy about. We have Dogtown Custom Shops, but also I'm a big fan of the Seymour Duncan JB Jazz set. Really love the Duncan JB in the bridge and the Jazz in the neck. I think that's just like the most expressive pickups ever. And especially with a nice overdrive pedal of your choice.
What?
I could never really get the feel for the active pickups. Not to say that they're bad; they sound good, but they're just not quite what I'm looking for.
What kind of overdrive pedals are you using?
Oh, the old Boss Super Overdrive is a good go-to, but also MXR has a couple that I really like.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, man. Well, your tones are fucking crushing fucking heavy, dude, as always, man. And on these new tracks that you've been putting out with Narcotic, dude, we're fucking blown away, man. What can you do you have any announcements or anything you want to let people know about? Like, what do you guys have coming up, man? Like, what's going on?
Well, we're going to release another single, and then we're going to put the new album out in the first quarter of next year, probably around sometime in April. And then, yeah, more shows and more touring and all that stuff. And just, even after the album comes out, I've got a few more things I'd like to share with the world music-wise. So it's going to be really cool.
Do you guys have a date for the album yet, or is it still...
Not a set-in date, but I can guarantee you it'll be sometime, probably it'll most likely be ready to go in April sometime.
Hell yeah. For fans that want to follow you and find out more information, where's the best place for them to go?
Oh, well, you can do narcoticwasteland.com, or you can look at Narcotic Wasteland on Facebook. YouTube is Narcotic Wasteland Band, and I'm sure there is your Instas and your Twitters and all that other craziness. I'm only in control of a couple of those, but there's some of the information.
Victims of the algorithm, man.
Absolutely.
Fuck it is a necessary evil, but I mean, yeah, it's crazy.
Sometimes it's all about balance. You have to let go of it sometimes.
What kind of stuff do you do in your free time when you're not jamming? Like, what's one of your favorite pastimes to do?
Oh, well, I like to really into reading some weird stuff, but also I play a little bit of video games, and that's pretty much it. I mean, for me, guitar is a way of life, so I spend a lot of time just jamming a guitar but yeah, also just reading about weird stuff or watching shows about weird stuff or playing games or playing guitar most of the time.
What's your favorite video game to play?
I think one of my favoriteest video games ever was probably, and still is, Twisted Metal 2.
Hell yeah. That shit was insane, man.
Yeah, it was a cool time for games. I mean, it kind of changed it, where it was like we were already doing that. I remember standing on a milk crate playing Pac-Man when I was 6 years old. Mm-hmm. So I've already was kind of used to the whole escaping our normal reality and going into a Tron-like world. I was already used to that sort of thing, and then a game like that was open world, where you could kind of just go do whatever you wanted to do, but you were in this car that had missiles, and it's just great. It kind of changed the game, and it's still, even though car combat was never a big takeoff, commercially, it's still one of my favorites.
I can't believe it's not, man. Like, I can't believe they haven't made a new one, for these new consoles, man. Like, something like, I mean, what the fuck, man? Bring that shit back, dude. That shit was badass.
What is that?
Car combat. Yeah, that was, and actually the Twisted Metal game that they did for PlayStation 3 online was really cool.
Yeah, it was,
and it was chaotic as fuck, and there were some really competitive players over there. I got my ass handed to me, but it was so much fun because it was just fire and brimstone and napalm flying around everywhere. So it was like, wow, holy shit.
Yeah, but playing online is fucking crazy though, man. Like, I don't know. Anytime I try to play like Grand Theft Auto online or something, man, these kids from fucking I don't know where the fuck they are, man. They just come out of nowhere and just fucking annihilate you immediately. It's like, what the fuck, man? Come on, dude.
Yeah. Hey, man, and when it comes to online games, so far my recent proud achievement is I was playing Call of Duty Warzone Resurgence Solos, and I won 2 games in a row.
Nice.
Oh, man. And that was with a few kills, too. But, I was trying to play it cool. I wasn't trying to be all aggressive and shit because, that's kind of the object of the game. You need to survive and be the last dude standing there. And, so it was just like a stroke of luck for real because there's so many competitive players out there, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah, dude.
But always fun. But usually you land and you go to Gulag and then you die and you have to do it again. Not that day. That day I was the king. 2 times in a row.
I also wanted to ask you, man, fucking, you guys recently did a cool contest where you were giving away a guitar, man. What happened with that? Like,
well, the guy won the guitar, and it was really cool because he was actually kind of a fan, and he actually had a couple other Jackson guitars in his arsenal. He even posted a video of him on Instagram playing the guitar.
That's awesome.
And it was really cool. He was excited about it, and I was glad to see someone get it who really wanted it.
Fuck yeah, man. That was a really cool thing to do, and it was a really cool idea, man. Like, I was tripping out. I was like, holy fuck, man. He's fucking giving away a fucking guitar and this shit, man. Like, fuck.
Yeah, it was something fun to do, Always just, think of things to do something that's fun and entertaining and, can interact with people. And I don't know. In a way, I think in our collective hearts right now, metal is really strong.
Yes.
That's how I feel.
Hell yeah, dude.
With all the stuff going on, there's a shit ton of killer tours going on right now, I think it's great.
Yeah, definitely the floodgates have fucking opened, man. Fucking, after the whole pandemic bullshit and fucking all that stuff, I think, people are just ready to get out and get back to doing what we love, which is headbanging at live shows.
Yeah, playing and enjoying music and, and just having that sort of collective respect for everybody involved. And
well, looking back on your career, are there any crazy fucked up moments that stick out in your mind? Anything you want to share?
Not too much, man. There was a lot of cool moments. If I was to one of my favorite Nile moments, it was in 2005, I think, and we were the album Annihilation of the Wicked was about to come out, and we were actually on tour with, it was Black Dahlia Murder, Behemoth, Nile, and King Diamond.
Fuck.
And we played this place in San Francisco called The Pound. And we'd played there before, and it was kind of a hot spot for just thrash and death metal and everything fucking extreme. Mm-hmm. And it was really cool because it was always packed out, but it was a smaller club. It was kind of almost like a punk rock kind of vibe. The place was always just insane. And so here we are, and by the time that rolled around, basically what happened was our tour package had like a aligned for that night at the Pound in San Francisco with whoever I think Anthrax was touring with at the time. And so the packages met up, and it just made one big like outdoor festival. So we were playing outside. And I remember while we were playing the song Annihilation of the Wicked, me and Carl kind of looking at each other and then looking up at the sky. And it was just like the most beautiful moon and clouds in the sky and stuff while we're playing this music. And it's just one of those moments, you know. There's many of those where everything is actually magical in a way. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
And it's all because of music and us wanting to, you know, play guitar and shit. We get to experience all these sort of unexplainable magical moments.
Now, are you still in contact with Carl? Do you guys still talk?
I haven't talked to the Now guys in a while, but I keep in touch with them. I mean, as far as like what they're doing and everything, you know.
Right on.
And yeah, they're still doing the thing, man. Hell yeah.
Well, as far as so you guys got this. So you got a new album coming out. You don't. There's no. We can't say the date yet, or we don't know the date yet. But you got
sometime in April for sure.
You got a new single coming out. When's the new single coming out?
Probably the beginning of next year, sometime.
Fuck yeah, man! Hell yeah! And you got more live shows coming up too.
Oh yeah, we've been really happy with everything that's been coming across the desk. A lot of offers in for 2023, so we're really excited about that.
Hell yeah, dude! Hell yeah! All right, well, Dallas, I guess I'm about out of questions for you, man. Is there anything else you want to let the people know?
Oh, just thank anyone and anybody who is, 100% metal. Everybody appreciates it, whether you're into what I do or not. Thanks for supporting metal after all these years. It's still the best goddamn music on the planet. And don't argue with me about that.
Hell yeah. How the fuck can you argue with that, man? Like, what the fuck?
Heavy metal's the best. Stop your whining. Anyways.
Right on, dude. Well, man, I thank you and appreciate you taking the time to talk to us, man. And before I let you go, can I get you to make us a station tag?
Sure, what we got?
All right, whenever you're ready, say something like, "This is Dallas from Narcotic Wasteland, and you're listening to Metal Devastation Radio."
This is Dallas from Narcotic Wasteland, and you're listening to Metal Devastation Radio.
Fuck yeah, man. All right, dude. Well, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to blast some more narcotic for these motherfuckers so they can go crazy, all right?
Cool, man. I appreciate it.
All right, man. We'll talk to you later, brother.
Later.
Cheers. There you have it, folks. Dallas Wade from Narcotic Wasteland live on the Zach Moonshine Show. Surprise fucking interview, man. What the fuck? Crank it up, motherfuckers. Like I said, put your speakers in your fucking windows. Put them in your front lawns. Put them everywhere, man. If you don't see U-Haul trucks every fucking where tomorrow, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Like, seriously, all you got to do is reach out and grab the fucking volume knob and crank that motherfucker all the fucking way to the right.